What's up everyone, Gids here for another video on Blue Protocol Star Resonance, and today I'm going to share with you 5 tips and tricks that I've learned throughout my playthrough of Blue Protocol Star Resonance for almost like 24 hours non-stop playing. So yeah, stick around if you want to learn something because all these are actually pretty nice tricks, especially for beginners. So let's start. Okay, first tip is when you are actually tracking a side quest, usually, especially this one, right? You are outside of town, you want to auto navigate to it, but you have to press M, you have to press top left, and then you have to press on Aster Leads right here, and then you have to click the quest right here, and then you click navigate, right? So that's too many steps for you to navigate to it. So the thing that you can do, this was taught to me on stream, is you want to go onto your mount, pressing G, and then hold V to auto navigate. So you hold V, you'll see this thing on the middle right here, and you're auto navigating to it. So this is a pretty useful trick that I've been using for like almost all the time whenever I'm auto navigating somewhere. So yeah, pretty easy trick right here. Like it teleports you to the nearest teleport point, and then your character will just auto navigate hands up without using any of my hands. Wait, what the hell? Why am I going to the shop here? It's probably because this is the one that I have tracked at the moment. Okay, so now we track the quest right now, and my character should be moving there. Yep. Okay, there you go. So my character will be moving there. So that's pretty much it. Like it's a pretty easy and nifty trick for everyone, especially if you didn't know it yet. Like this is a huge life changer in your navigation while traversing this world. Next one is another one for navigation. If you haven't gotten your float skill yet, you should. So if you go to this area right here in Ancient City of Vil, so go to your minimap or press M to go to your map and then click on the hero's herb and navigate to it. Okay, once you're in here, you can click on resonate, and this will give you a movement skill called float. And float is pretty important because it will let you float through these things right here, air channels right here, right? So you can just double jump or jump and press Q to be able to fly up and navigate this way. Okay, so while you're doing this one, you also want to try to find this area right here, this thing. Okay, Andra resting post. This is going to help you get to this area right away. Wind core right here, that will unlock the Phantom Dash skill for you. So these are very, very important skills, and you can just go over here and glide to this area right here. And then this step actually has a bonus tip, which is gliding. So you left click and you can actually press S, which will let you go up, W to go down, and S to go up again. So this is like my favorite way of navigating the world right now. It's super fun, man. It's super fun. So once you're here in under resting post, of course, you want to open up this teleporter right here. And then this thing right here is a wind tunnel. Wind tunnel that you can activate. You can jump again and press Q. And you will float up. And then there's this thing right here that you can use that will let you auto fly to get to the area where you can get Phantom Dash. So flying is in this game, like gliding, flying is pretty fun in this game, especially when you're in the higher areas. This is the reason why I've almost had everything unlocked in my map. I just go to high places and then I just glide. I unlock all the teleportation areas by doing this. It's pretty fun, man. It's a pretty fun way to actually navigate the map. And it's not slow as well. You can actually go fast. So this one right here, you just resonate to it, and you should be able to unlock this skill right here, your Phantom Dash. Okay? So yeah, so if you're trying to go to a place, for example, this thing right here, right? Kanamiya tribe. I want to put a navigation on it, but let's say you just want to track it because you haven't unlocked it yet, then you can just start over here. Do your triple jump, U, and then press your skill. And then left click to dive, and then there you go. We can just navigate. Man, this is so fun. Wait, that's the wrong area. Okay, W, Q, W, S. Actually, not Q. Yeah, my favorite way of navigation, man. It's so fun. It's so fun, man. Gliding in this game is crazy nice. Like, you also get to enjoy the scenery just by doing this. And also, there's this wind tunnels like this one right here. Let's get to it. This is where you actually use your Phantom Dash, so bonus tip right here. Phantom Dash, and then you get the chest inside. Okay, so yeah, that's for tips 2 and 3, I guess. Okay, next one is Monster Hunt. So if you've finished all your daily quests for the day, there's actually this thing right here. Monster hunts for the magical creatures. There are these things right here. Golden Napos. There's also the golden boars. Lovely boars. And there's also the silver Napo. So these ones right here are randomly spawning in the world. So if ever any of your guildies find any one of these ones right here while exploring the map, let everyone know right away. You actually deal 1 damage to them when you're hitting them. So you want as many people as possible when you're trying to attempt to actually hunt these ones right here. So they take only 1 damage and they have a lot of HP. So you want to tell everyone where they are spawning. They also don't attack you, so that's pretty nice. Okay, you get some rose orbs of course for the rewards, but if you get this one for the drops, it's actually a costume. Looks pretty nice too. There you go. Hey, you get golden hair. It's actually pretty cool. So actually exploring the world is pretty nice. So you can click track over here, but it's not going to give you any locations. So one of the locations where we found 1 golden Napo is by the beach over here near the Inferno Ogre. Okay, around the beach area right here. So that's one of the locations. If you know any more of the other locations, let us know in the comments below. Next step is targeting. So whenever you have enemies around you, actually, wherever your cursor is pointed at, that will be the first target that your character will be aiming at. So it will be indicated by blue. If you actually look at this guy right here, it becomes your next target. You can also look here and it becomes your next target, right? So that's how targeting works over here, especially when you're on auto mode. But what you can do if you want to lock on targets, you can actually press tab. If you press tab, this becomes orange and that becomes your like main target. So this one is very useful when you're farming or you're trying to grind boss hunts, right? If you're trying to hit bosses, and you can press tab again to actually retarget. So this is how you get to retarget on mobs, especially if there's multiple mobs and you don't really want to target the normal mobs and you just want to target like the bosses in the area. Okay, speaking of bosses, you can actually do Monster Hunt and then these bosses right here, and you can actually like farm them almost infinitely because these bosses spawn on the hours. So first boss spawns like at 12 midnight, the next boss will spawn 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so on and so forth. So you can actually just farm them infinite times because there's a lot of lines in this game. You can see here, I've already defeated this one more than 30 times. So this is a total of like 36 times, more than 36 times actually. So what you can do is whenever bosses spawn, you can click P and you can actually check how many lines is available for that area. So usually we have like around 400 lines, and what we do is we start at around line 250, right at the start of the hour, and then we get to kill the boss in that line. After you kill the boss in that line, you can actually transfer to line 251, kill the boss in that line, and then go to the next and the next and the next and the next. So if you have a party of 5 to 10 people, this will be so much easier. If you see other people in the area, invite them into your 20-man party to make it so much faster. Let them know what you're doing, that you're killing the bosses for every line, and for sure they would want to do it as well with you guys, because like there's so much benefits in here. Because from the boss drops, you will be able to get purple equipment, and these purple equipment you can also dismantle them if you don't need them. If you don't know how to dismantle, you go to the map right here and you go to gear workshop right here to talk to Maxim, and when you talk to the Maxim, you can just dismantle equipments right here. So dismantled equipments, especially the purple ones, will give you this thing right here, alloy shard. Alloy shards also drop from doing boss hunts, and those alloy shards can be used here in level 40 gear exchange. So you can use this one to actually max out your equipments and get all your purple equipments for your character. So pretty easy way to farm it instead of just farming Goblin Lair if you're done with farming Goblin Lair, because this one's pretty easy since you just have to auto, especially if you have teammates with you already. So you can do this one, finish up the monster hunt for Golden Juggernaut. After this one, you can probably move on to Frost Ogre and then Inferno Ogre next time, right? So that's our plan. I'm done with Golden Juggernaut. Next time that I have my party together, we're gonna do Frost Ogre until I complete 30 kills on the Frost Ogre. So yeah, pretty fun way to actually do this one. Also, additional, a lot of people actually don't know how to do this one. This is with line transfer. Whenever you press P, like this is your line right here, you can press P and then you can actually type the line that you want to do or you want to transfer to over here, for example. Well, this one is not available, but you can just press line 400 and you can just press go instead of trying to scroll down this whole list of lines right here, which is pretty annoying if you didn't know that yet. Okay, another way to actually travel to the line where your friends are at is to just click their names and then click go to line. This is so much more efficient, especially if you're the one who's looking for them, or just tell them to go to your line if you are the party leader or if you are in the line where the boss has spawned. Okay, so pretty useful tricks right here. Next step is for AFK purposes. So if you're planning to AFK and you go to this area and press H, for example, so you're gonna be doing auto right here. So if you don't want your character to be using up like long animation skills, stuff like that, and you just want them to do auto attack, you can go to your settings right here and then you can click on auto combo right here and enable or disable this. Before you can enable or disable this first though, there will be an item in your bag that will allow you to do auto combat. So there should, I'm not sure what the name is, but it says auto combat on its name, right? So you go to your settings, go to your auto combo right here, you click it, and then you can click this settings bar right here. And then here you can just select what abilities you want to be used when you're doing auto. Okay, so if you want to be manually doing attacks whenever you're in dungeons, you can also do this one and just disable everything, or you can just click everything and just do the normal ones, right? So this is like by default, everything is enabled, and then you can just save. So it's pretty useful again if you're just grinding mobs and you don't want your character to be using long animation abilities and you just want to do auto attacks. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the tips and tricks that I have for you guys today. If you have your own tips and tricks that you want to share, let us know in the comments down below. Of course, leave a like on the video if this one was helpful. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. GG.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the